Linux from scratch. GTA 4. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back. It's been over a year, but I guess in this time I made a Linux distribution based off of LFS and also my own package manager to go along with the distribution, and I figured I'd discuss it on YouTube and just, I guess, kind of give a little showcase for the package manager and the distribution. So here it is right here. NeoFetch up and running. That's that. This is just a simple website I put together for it. And really all Reap Linux is you got the package manager, the drag package manager, and then you got the bootstrap, which is the initial installation of the system, because with LFS you're following the guide, you're typing in every command manually. Reap Linux does is it basically automates LFS, except it also uses the drag package manager, and it's slightly modified. It's not totally LFS. Anyway, you don't have to do the entire LFS guide. It's much simpler than that. So, for example, right here is the installation guide. All you gotta do is, I recommend the Void or Alpine live image, but you could use any live Linux, ISO, on USB, or even CD. Really, as long as, you consider, if you're compiling, you want to have as much RAM as possible. That's why I recommend Void or Alpine, because they're really light images and they work well. I can download the packages I need for the compilation, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if you want to use a bigger one like Debian, you can. Just consider, especially if it's an older system, if it has less RAM, you're eating more RAM too. So that's why I recommend Void or Alpine. You gotta install the packages you need, especially like GCC. Obviously you're gonna need GCC and some development libraries, because you're compiling an entire system, dude. Basic partitioning recommendations, mounting. You download the bootstrap, you set your make flags, and you run the bootstrap. That's pretty much it there, and then you chroot. So it pretty much makes an entire system out of the bootstrap. Although, because of Arch maintainers, because my package manager, let me talk about my package manager for a bit right now. It uses the PKG builds, or the package builds, from the Arch Linux repos and the AUR as instructions to build the package. It's a package build. It's literally files that they use as instructions to build Arch Linux packages. But what better place to pull from to build packages than Arch Linux? They already have a pretty huge catalog themselves, but then they have the AUR on top of that. You pretty much have every single package out there. And if you don't, you can easily just create your own, either just in the drag package manager, or you can even upload your own AUR, and then it's even simpler every time you want to install that package. So, as said, whenever you install a package through my package manager, drag, you may come across a couple errors from the maintainer. Not often, but for a couple packages I've seen, the maintainers just like to put the package on the latest version, right? Hey, Arch Linux is a rolling release distribution. But the problem is their source link, their URL, that mirror that they provide doesn't even have that version. So you literally can't even download the source for the package. I think it was IP utils. Yeah, you may have to edit the package build for that because, I mean, hey, stuff is always changing, but I actually prefer to keep it this way because it gets you to start knowing the package manager early, and it gets you to really start getting a grasp, a good feel for your Linux system that you are creating from scratch. Because in the end, you want it to be your system. You gotta understand all the errors, every single process that is running on your system. You can't just have. That's the whole point of my distribution. It's not just some binary distribution, Debian or OpenSUSE. It's from scratch. All right, there may be a couple errors because I haven't updated the bootstrap for a bit and Arch Linux's packages, but you say, oh, if it's just not downloading right because this mirror doesn't have the package, okay, I just set the package version down in the package build, and it's that simple. Just one character edited and smooth sailing. You get another error, it might be like just this package isn't compiling right because it expects a dependency which you won't have on your minimal LFS system. Okay, you just delete that line. Again, you're good to go. Simple as that. It really isn't that hard. And so, but once you get past the bootstrap, it really is smooth sailing. Like that is the hardest part. If there are a couple hiccups, it would be in the bootstrap. But like again, I know it's supposed to be automated, but compared to LFS, it's still it is totally automated compared to LFS. But you consider I'm working with Arch here, and I want a wide package database, and I want stuff to work, but in a rolling distribution, that's just how it's going to be. You want to get to know your system. This is how you get to know your system. Anyway, after the bootstrap, all you got is just chroot, locales, hosts, time zone, fstab, kernel, user, bootloader, reboot, classic stuff. But hey, you want to know another thing about controlling your system? I don't even got an init system, you know what I'm saying? This is an init system from scratch, This is an init system from scratch right here. See, I find it kind of crazy that, I need to check if it's still true. Like, I'm sad right now. Look at this. Current stable. And all it lists is systemd. Linux from scratch. The latest stable version of Linux from scratch only supports systemd. Linux from scratch. You want a minimal system, but we still got systemd? Look at this. Prior versions of LFS, stable LFS. If you want to just use sys vinit, system 5, there in a system, you got to go to a previous version of LFS, 12.4. Let's go, see, look. You have 12.4, now we're on 13.0, right? Because the stable systemd is on 13.0. But why is the stable that uses system 5 in its system on 12.4? Like, we seriously gotta use systemd on Linux from scratch, which is supposed to be like the most minimal Linux distribution ever. I mean, even you got Gentoo Void Linux out there. We got OpenRC and Run It. Bro, Run It is a fire init system, by the way. Like, if you want to talk about init systems, personally, I just prefer this, because look at this. Remount, set your locale host name, udev, and then you just whatever daemons you need, and then just your Getty, just your TTYs, you know? That's it. Really, init systems are not hard. And you don't need one. I run Steam on here, Firefox, GIMP, Blender. I don't need an init system. Hey. So my point being, this may very well be the most minimal Linux distribution out there, because besides the fact that there is a package manager, you have to do everything from scratch. I mean, my package manager, it don't got automatic dependency resolution. You got to do that from scratch. If there's an error in the package build, you know, it doesn't have patches for Arch maintainers. Yes, I'm going to complain about Arch maintainers, okay? I can't just be patching all your package builds on a rolling release distribution, okay? I'm not trying to make a rolling release distribution. I'm just trying to make a distribution from scratch in which you have a lot of capabilities, because when it's from scratch, I expect that, you know, the whole point is freedom. So I want to give users the freedom of like all the packages, right? So that's why I chose Arch. But I'm still happy with it, you know, because I got like, you know, the AUR works well. I uploaded my own package version of Evil. I made a fork of Evil Window Manager called Devil Window Manager, Devil WM, because it adds D menu. So you take D menu, Evil Window Manager, boom, you got Devil Window Manager. I don't want to be using a separate daemon just to get an application launcher if that's the only macro I'm going to use, because, you know, less RAM. I know I got, you know, a few gigabytes of RAM. It's nothing, right? It's like a couple megabytes, maybe not even. But it's my system. And, you know, less bloat. It's my choice is the point. I can do what I want on my system. I can make a fork of a window manager. I can upload it to the AUR. And simple as that, really. That's all it is. Do pretty much anything on this distribution, but you got to do it yourself. At least partly. I mean, look at this. You want fast fetch, but you don't got it? Just go smoke fast fetch. Oh no, I had that from before. So let's or you want. Here, you want fast fetch? Because I got neo fetch right now. Oh, neo fetch right now, but people will tell you. I mean, hey, 6 years old. It's a bash script. You want to talk about open source, like everyone's always talking about open source. It's open source, so everyone knows what you're running, and you know, I'm not getting a virus or nothing because there's no backdoors, right? That's open source. Yeah, okay, if you're gonna believe that, this is a bash script, alright? I mean, we might have 10,500 lines. It's a bash script, okay? My point being. And what? Just because it's 6 years old, now it's like a security flaw? To run a bash script which tells me literally just my uptime and my CPU, GPU, and like memory and just random crap. That's a security flaw now. Okay, so now we gotta get fast fetch. But look at this. So, I didn't mean to do that one. So here, let's fix that. Okay. Sorry, I had a little technical difficulty, accidentally closed the window. So, try that again. I'm gonna go full screen. Here's the package build. Everything's right there. You can edit however you want. I don't have SQLite installed anyway, so it probably doesn't matter. But like for example, I can just easily set SQLite to off. And in here you can see it's like, because this package was designed for Arch Linux. You can see in here, because like it's not talking about APK, DPKG, Emerge, GUIX, none of those package managers, because Arch Linux uses Pacman. Oh, and you see, look at this. Enable system YYJSON. Oh, that's interesting. So maybe I don't need to compile YYJSON myself, but I can keep it like that. Anyway, I'm just looking at the package manager, but usually, I mean at the package build, but usually you could just close out of here and it'll just compile just fine, honestly. But as you can see, YYJSON is giving some errors about that. I look into fast fetch, and it says that it depends on YYJSON. So, oh my gosh, I can't even type today. But look, I get YYJSON, close out of the package build because I don't need to be looking at that. It starts compiling. Oh, by the way, look at this. Use the snoop command so I can go back and edit it. It says to build tests, but I'm like, I don't need to build tests. Here's the check function here that's for the tests. I don't need to check it, because you see over here, it was stalling on the test utils. I really don't need to be building all these test utils. I could just go, and let's look at this. No more tests. It's built. Now I can get fast fetch, compiling just like that, bro. And there's fast fetch. There you have it. And then if I don't want fast fetch anymore, or YYJSON, I could just go like that, and they're both uninstalled, and no more fast fetch, because I got NeoFetch, and it'd probably be bloat if I had both, and I really don't need it. So so that's a demonstration of the package manager. That's the website. That's BusyBone. And this is OBS. And yeah, basically I have a fully running system, right? No init system, you know, no system D, no hey, if any of y'all wants to help me out on making a LLVM muscle version of my distro, I'm not sure if I'd drive it daily though, because I mean no Steam on a muscle distribution, because I need multilib, but it would be pretty cool, especially for like no multilib, because considering no multilib, I mean you're gonna need LLVM anyway, so may as well just chop off GNU if I need LLVM anyway, and we could just have a lighter no multilib. If one of y'all wanted to help me out with that, yo, I'd appreciate it. It'd be pretty cool on some systems, not on a gaming rig, but on a light, speedy Linux system. That'd be pretty cool. I haven't experimented much with muscle, to be honest, but it'd be a cool thing to try sometime. I guess I could show y'all Steamworks. Yo, took a little bit to start up, but haven't started up GTA 4 in a sec. You know, Linux from scratch over here. No init system. And look at this. Yo, hold up, actually. Audio output capture, never mind. Okay, yeah, we're good. Oh. Okay. I thought we didn't have audio output capture, but there we go. Linux from scratch. GTA 4. Plus package manager. Source package manager, or source-based package manager. Alright, bro. Let's go ahead and play some GTA 4, bruh. Celebrate my distribution. Hey, we looking good, we looking good. Hey, stop your car, man. Oh wait, shoot, I like this guy's car. Oh no, not that guy's car. This guy, yes. This car. Honestly, these cars, I don't remember. Are they okay for drifting? They kind of spin out. They're fine. Whatever. Okay, bro, I'm done with this game. But yeah. As you can see, fully working computer. Linux from scratch, plus package manager, automated. Bus. Hey yo, if you want to check it out, GitHub link down below. If you want to check out my Fork of Evil WM, link down below. I'll make a video installation guide soon, probably. You know. Hope y'all enjoyed. Hope somebody found this interesting, because this is my first time back on YouTube and I don't remember how to talk. See ya.